What is up, fam? Welcome back to Authentic Wellness. My name is Zachary Beckwith, and I help people live authentically. Today, I want to talk about 10 ways to practice self-care. Self-care is not something that I always implemented into my life, and it shows. Self-care was always something that I had a little bit of a negative outlook on. I used to think that it was very superficial. I used to think that it was things like getting your hair done, going out to the bar with your friends after a long work week and having a couple beers to decompress. I used to think that it also made you extremely selfish. It made you selfish to put yourself before others, especially somebody like myself who is very much a people pleaser. I found this very hard to find time for self-care. I've learned that self-care and self-love is about doing the things that you don't always want to do, but you do them anyways because they're what's best for you. There are so many things in my life that I do every single day that I don't always want to do, but I do them because it will benefit me. It is what I need, and it is not always what I want. There's a reason that not many people are practicing self-care, and it is because it is hard. It is not easy to do real self-care, which is the inner work. Self-care is nothing superficial. I want to make it very clear that self-care is not selfish. It does not make you selfish in any way. Yes, I believe a big part of self-care is putting yourself first, but still, this is not selfish. Hear me out. If you are worried about always giving to other people, and that's why you have a hard time putting yourself first, how are you giving your best self to others? Are you giving to your full ability? Or do you think that if you took more time to love yourself, to take care of yourself, you would then be able to better serve others? And that's why I think it's so important to put yourself first. We need to put ourselves first so we can take better care of ourselves, so we can better serve others. On that note, let's get into the 10 ways that I personally practice self-care. Number 1, I set healthy boundaries. Learning to say no is so important. If we are not saying no when we need to, then we are simply suppressing our authenticity. We are suppressing our inner needs and our inner wants. And as I've said in previous videos, this is extremely detrimental to our health. Many people always say yes to people in fear of the guilt that they will feel for saying no. However, I'm here to tell you that the resentment that you'll feel towards this individual for always saying yes is much worse than the guilt that you'll feel for saying no. So learn to say no when something doesn't work for you, and do it unapologetically. That is the key. Number 2, eat to fuel. Eat to actually replenish your body, to get nutrients into your body. Our health, mentally, physically, and emotionally, starts in our gut. So we need to feed our guts and our bodies what are good for them. We need to learn to eat to live and not live to eat. Number 3, we need to exercise. Exercise is something that I do every single day. They say that we should all be exercising about 150 minutes a week. And only about 10% of that must be strenuous. So exercise can be something like going for a light walk, stretching, exercising, obviously, going and dancing, doing yoga. Anything where you're moving your body, you're getting blood flow going. It doesn't have to be an hour or 2 in the gym every single day, or 2 hours on the treadmill. That is not what I mean by exercising and moving. Do something to get your body going every single day. Number 4 is sleep. Taking the time to turn the TV off an hour early and get to bed. This is so important. I used to stay up super late doing things that were not productive for myself, wondering why I didn't have energy to do what I needed to do. So taking the time to get to bed early is super important. Sleep is so important for our overall health. Number 5, setting a routine. Routine is huge. I know it's huge for me. My routine within the last 9 months has changed many ways, but a lot of it has stayed the same. Every single morning I wake up extra early. I do not rush in the morning before work. I have a green smoothie every single day. That's one thing I don't have to think about. One meal that I don't have to think about. I meditate and do my breath work every single day. I exercise as far as going to the gym at least 4 days a week. And on the off days, I am very often either running, doing yoga, stretching. I am somehow moving my body. This is very important and a big part of my routine. I try to read every single day. That is a big part of my routine. Journal. I shower every day. It's a big part of my routine. Brush my teeth. These are all things that may seem very minuscule, but they are very important. A big aspect of self-care. Number 6, taking the time to look within. We are often so distracted by our external world. We are often doing everything we can to distract ourselves from how we're feeling inside of ourselves. And I've learned to sit still, to be with myself. This is not always easy, but it has gotten better. I now take time to look within. I meditate. I do breath work every single day. And this is the way for me to connect to my higher self, a way for me to connect to source or to God, whatever you feel. For me, it's my higher self. It's consciousness. And I take the time every single day to sit and look within, connect to my intuition so I can make better decisions throughout my day. Number 7, maybe. I'm totally losing track. My ADHD is really kicking in right now. I journal. I journal every single day, whether it just be 2 or 3 things, whether it be a gratitude list, just things that I'm grateful for, or if I have a hard day at work, or just a hard day in general, I will jot some things in my journal. Sometimes simply making a video for me is journaling. It's getting things off of my chest. It's getting things out of myself and getting it out into the universe. And good things come of this. So journaling is very important. Journaling can be writing, it can be doodling, it can be drawing. Express your feelings one way or another. It's so important. Number 8, reading. Reading is something that I try to do every single day. It is extremely important for me. People that know me know that I was never much of a reader. I did not find it very easy or satisfying for me. But within the last 9 months, I've read over 10 books, and I can't stress it enough how important this is to me. I read a lot of books on growth mindset, spiritual growth, and we learn things through reading, through others that we wouldn't be able to learn otherwise. So try to implement reading into your day, whether it's just 1 or 2 pages every day. It's helped me tremendously. Number 9, drink more water. We are made up of mostly water. Our cells need water to be healthy. Most of us are not drinking any water throughout the day, and you don't even realize how much better you will feel if you drink more water. This is something that is part of my routine. This is something that I don't even have to think about anymore. And no, coffee and soda do not count as water. Neither do beer or tequila, even though it's only, say, 70% alcohol. The rest is not water. That's just not how it works. So drink more water. Number 10, do the shadow work. This is the real self-care. Shadow work is taking a look at the parts of yourself that you often try to distract yourself from. It's about taking a look at the parts of your ego that are causing you nothing but harm. It's about looking at your traumas. It's about looking at your repressed emotions, your inner wants, and your repressed inner needs. It's about bringing these things from the subconscious into your conscious mind so you can heal. It's about taking inventory of your triggers throughout the day. When I find myself triggered over a situation, it is often not the individual that triggered me. It is often not the event that triggered me that is really the issue. When you are triggered, it comes from something much deeper. So being able to sit with yourself and look at why you're really feeling triggered, where your inner child is not yet healed. This is the real shadow work. This is the real self-care. This is where the freedom comes from. So stop shying away from the struggle. Learn to face yourself in order to free yourself. This is what life is all about. You will grow in more ways than you will ever think is possible if you can take a look at this dark side of yourself and learn to befriend this part of yourself and love every aspect of yourself. This is what life and true love is all about, as we cannot love others any more than we love ourselves. So we need to learn to be able to sit with ourselves, to be able to accept ourselves, be understanding of ourselves, and truly love all aspects of ourselves. I hope everybody's having an incredible weekend, and I hope that this helps and resonates with you. Namaste.